Today we're going to be having a look at the Quick Quotes add-on inside of ServiceM8. As you would guess, the Quick Quotes add-on allows you to produce quotes quickly and efficiently. This is done by building out templates for frequently used materials or services. These templates can be set up to automatically fill out information you would normally have to spend large amounts of time filling out manually, such as job descriptions, line items, and checklists. Through the use of Quick Quotes, we can add all of this information to the job card with just a few clicks. It's worth noting that these templates can be layered on top of each other to really speed up your workflow. First up today, we'll look at building out a couple of templates within the Quick Quotes add-on, and then look at how we can apply these to a real job situation. So to get started, let's move over to Add-ons, and then Quick Quotes. Now that we're here, we'll be able to edit and view any templates which we have already created, as well as create as many new templates as we may need. For today's job example, we're going to assume a customer is in need of a new gas oven, which will also need to include a new gas line and gas safety inspection. As you can see, we already have templates set up for gas safety inspection and new gas appliance install. So let's firstly look at adding a new template for our gas line. Then we'll jump back in and have a look at these templates to see how we can edit them. So to create a new template, we move over here to this blue Create Template button. And from here, we can start looking at building out our template. So the first thing we're going to be asked for is a template name. So let's call this one New Gas Line. Below this, we're going to be asked for a job description. So let's go with New Gas Installation to Residents. Please ensure you get full planning permission before starting work. Then follow steps. Below this, we have works completed. For this example, I'm just going to copy and paste the job's description. Next up, we will be able to build out a checklist for our team on site to view and check off from the field app. To add the first thing to our checklist, we can press the blue Add Checklist item. We'll now be given a box which we can fill out. So firstly, let's go with Dig Channel to Customer's House. Once we're happy with that, we can just keep continuing to add items by pressing the blue Add Checklist item. So next up, let's go with Install the Gas Line to Customer's Residence. Once again, blue Add Checklist item. Complete all safety checks and certificates. Once again, we add a checklist item. Clear working area and dispose of any waste. And let's add one more. Let's go with Get Customer to sign everything off. Now that we're happy with this, let's move on to the next section, which is going to be Materials and Services. For this stage, we want to add any essential materials or services which we associate with this template. In this case, that'll be Main Gas Line Install. So to do that, we go over here, press Add Material or Service. We can search for this material or service here by clicking on this box and search for Main Gas Line Install and click on that one. If we wanted to add any more materials or services, we could do so by pressing that blue Add Material or Service button, but in this case we only need the one. So let's move on to badges. If you have badges set up and are using them for your jobs, you can add them to the template here. These badges will then automatically populate on the job card whenever you apply this template. So let's go ahead and add one by clicking on Add Badge. From here we'll get a drop down menu where we can scroll through and select our badge. For this one, let's go with 1 year follow-up. The final thing which we have the option of adding to this template is a category. If we select a category here, the system will go ahead and apply this Quick Quotes template every time the job is assigned to that selected category. In this case, let's select the New Install category. To do this, let's go ahead and click on this drop down menu and select New Install. Once we're happy with this, we can go ahead and press Save. And now you can see our new gas line template has been added to the templates list. If we want to edit a template, we can go ahead and do so by pressing on the blue Edit button. Let's go ahead and have a look at that now for the new gas appliance installation. So I'm going to hit the blue Edit button. And now let's look at making some changes to this template. So for this example, I'm going to assume that I'm happy with the name, the description, and the work order. But let's say I want to add something else to the checklist. I'm going to do that by pressing the blue Add Checklist item, writing in my item. In this case, please take a photo of completed work. Let's then move down again to Materials and Services. Once again, I'm happy with this, but it's worth pointing out that here we have 2 line items, whereas in the previous example, we only had 1. The only other thing I want to add to this template is a category. Similar to the previous example, I'd like this to show up for all new installs. So let's go ahead and press Select Category and New Install. Once again, we're going to press Save. The last thing I'll quickly touch on while I'm here is the gas safety inspection, just so you know what it looks like. So let's go ahead and press Edit. You can see we've given it the name Gas Safety Inspection, job description is Complete Gas Safety Inspection, the checklist is Inspect and Complete Certificate, materials is annual gas safety inspection, and we don't have any badges or certificates assigned to it. So let's go ahead and press save. Now that we're happy with all our templates, let's have a look at how these would work with a new job. So to do this, let's go to the dispatch board. Let's create a new job. For the customer, let's say we want this to be for the Tasty Cakes Cafe. And for now, let's leave the description empty because this will be filled out from our Quick Quotes template. So we can make use of the categories that we set up. Let's give this a category of new install. From here, let's move into the add-ons, find our Quick Quotes add-on, and let's have a look at how we would set this up for this job. So as you can see, the two templates that we enabled for this category have been selected by default. If we decide we don't want one of these, we can remove it by pressing the red X or removing the quantity. If we want to add another template, we can go ahead and do so by pressing the blue Add Template button. But let's do that in a minute, and let's go ahead and have a look at how it looks with just these two. So let's hit Apply. We'll get the green tick box. Let's close this down, as well as this, so we can get the new data. Let's reopen up this job by clicking over here. And as you can see, now all that information from these templates has been applied to the job card. So let's have a quick look at that. So you can see the badge that we set up has been enabled, which is follow up 1 year later. You can also see that the descriptions for both of these templates has been added as well. So firstly being the new installation of an appliance, as well as the new gas line. If you scroll down here, you'll also be able to see all the checklist items that we set up for these templates. From here, we can move into quotes and invoicing. And as you can see, the line items from each of these templates has also been added. So from the new appliance install, we have the gas oven as well as the gas hob. And from the new gas line template, we have the main gas line install line item. If we look up, we'll also be able to see the information for the works completed, which we also filled out in the template. So for now, if we're happy with this, we can also go ahead and press Produce Quote. And from here, you can see all that information has translated into the quote. So once again, we have the line items, and we have the descriptions from each of the templates. As we mentioned at the beginning of the video, layering templates on top of each other is where Quick Quotes really start saving you a lot of time as a business. So let's add one more template to this job, so we can see how quickly we can make changes to this quote. Let's close down this quote, move into the add-ons, and open up Quick Quotes. To add our final template, what we want to do is change our selections. So for the first one, we want to change this to our new template, which we want to add, in this case, gas safety inspection. And we want to remove our other template. This just ensures that no other information gets added to the card. If, for example, I had a line item where I would want multiple quantities, I could also make changes to it here by selecting this box and changing the number inside to however many I want for that particular template. As this is just a gas inspection, I'm going to go ahead and leave that as 1 and press Apply. Once again, we get our checkbox. Let's close this down, and reopen up the job with the fresh data. So if we look on the left here, we'll be able to see our description has now been changed to also include the gas safety inspection. So we have the gas safety inspection description, as well as anything from the checklist. If we move into quotes and invoicing, you can see the line item has also been added, which is annual safety inspection. And if we move into the work completed, we can also see that complete gas safety inspection has also been added. If we're happy with all of this, we can once again go ahead and press Produce Quote. And once this quote has opened up, you'll also be able to see that these changes are reflected within the quote. And that's it for the Quick Quotes add-on. As you have seen, it is an amazing way to speed up your creation of quotes and the setup of new job cards, all within a few clicks. We encourage you to spend the time to build out an array of templates for common parts or services that your business may require. Some other examples for this may include kits. If, for example, you have a selection of parts you need for a particular kit, you could build all these into a template to be applied whenever you need it. Or maybe, as an electrician, you are frequently required to upgrade meter boards. So you could build out a template for this job, which includes the normal labor cost for this job, as well as the parts you would need to complete it. By now, I'm sure you're thinking of a lot of ways you can use this add-on. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope it saves you lots of time.